Hi guys, my name is Medintseva and you are on my crochet channel. In this video we will continue to crochet a turtle, the third part. The turtle is big enough. The length of the toy is 33 to 34 centimeters. Therefore, the masterclass takes a lot of time. I try to explain in as much detail as possible so that everything is clear and everyone succeeds. Be sure to add a photo of your turtle along with a review on Etsy. I would be very interested to see it. If you need a pattern in PDF format, you can purchase it in my Etsy shop, Medintseva Toys. As if the head is hidden in the shell, here is the turtle's tail. Nice, I like how it turns out. Now let's make the neck. We start crocheting from the right leg. We insert the hook into the very first yellow stitch. Here we attach a new thread. We leave a small end of the thread. We make a loop and then to the second leg we make single crochets. I don't count the number of stitches in this case. It doesn't matter if you have more stitches or little less. Depends on where you started sewing on the shell and belly. Therefore, I don't focus on the number of stitches. In any case, it will be beautiful, so I'm telling the essence. We do regular single crochets as much as it takes to the next leg. Ordinary single crochets. Something is going wrong. I finished on the last stitch of yellow color. Now we will crochet on the shell, green part. On the green part, we will grab the side, the back loop of the stitch, with a hook and we will only make slip stitches. I insert the hook into the green stitch, that is the single crochet, which we see, and make a slip stitch. Let me show you again. We need to find exactly the right row. This row should be clearly visible. The back loops are clearly visible. I hope the screen shows what I'm showing. In general, this row must be precisely defined. And through these back loops that we will grab the hook and make slip stitches. Here is the loop I need. With slip stitches, we need to crochet this green section of the shell. I inserted the hook into the green stitch, took out the thread and stretched it out. The slip stitch is ready. Again, we inserted the hook into the green stitch, grabbed the thread, stretched it out. The next slip stitch is ready. In this way, making slip stitches, we crochet the upper part of the neck. It is important not to skip stitches here. The main thing At the very beginning is to find the necessary stitches, and then it is much easier to crochet. Everything is quite simple. Accidentally got filler on crocheting. I don't want to say how many slip stitches I managed to make, because it doesn't matter. How much you can do, so much you have to do. The main thing is not to skip the stitches. I'm nearing the end. We do everything in the same way as compared to the beginning. We insert the hook into the stitch and make a slip stitch. On the yellow side, we again make single crochets. This is the beginning of the second row. The turtle is located far from me, and it is inconvenient for me to crochet. Again, we make single crochets on the belly, yellow part. Crochet to the next leg. It seems that I accidentally missed a stitch. I have already crocheted to the green part, where we made the slip stitch. We are making slip stitches again, but it is not possible to make the last stitch. Important, we completely hook the stitches in the green part, that is, with the shell and made yellow stitches, slip stitches. We grab with the hook both yellow part and green part. It's as if we are not making a new row here, but completely crocheting both the green and yellow stitches. The color of the shell is sea turquoise. I show again. The hook is inserted under this whole part. We've got a solitude here. That's where we insert the hook and make a slip stitch. In theory, the hook cannot be inserted in a different way. You will feel. I remind you that we are making slip stitches on the green side, not single crochets. The video showed that at first I did not hook the stitches enough, but I need to insert the hook completely. I need to grab with the green part. We make a slip stitch. And here is slip stitch. On the yellow side we again make single crochets. The third row has begun. Ordinary single crochets. From the bottom side we crochet the neck. The third row. Show you from all angles. Again, we've crocheted to the second leg, the green part begins, and we again make slip stitches. Important, we don't make a new row, but we grab all the previous rows with a hook. I'll try to show. We insert the hook so as to grab both the green part and the yellow part, and make a slip stitch. Insert the hook again into the next stitch and make the second slip stitch. In the same way, we make the neck along the green part, shell. I hope I explained clearly and showed that we are grabbing everything that we have done before. We make slip stitches. Again, I crochet to the beginning, the fourth row begins, and we again make a new row with single crochets on the yellow side, belly. We got to the second leg, where we made slip stitches, and again we make slip stitches. actions are repeated. It doesn't always work the first time. In this row, we also still crochet everything that we did before in the previous rows. We insert the hook completely under everything that we have done before. We make slip stitches. We can say that from the side of the shell we don't make a new row, but we crochet everything that was done before. We make slip stitches along the entire green part until the beginning of the next row. This is how the neck turns out. Beauty. In the fifth row, from the side of the belly, yellow part, we again make single crochets, and from the side of the shell, slip stitches. From the side of the shell, we again insert the hook completely under everything that we did before. We crochet like this, not only through the last row, as I show now. We also make slip stitches from the side of the shell. Here are single crochets. Here are the slip stitches. We do the fifth row ourselves. The fifth row is ready. The sixth row on the yellow side, we also make single crochets. From the side of the shell we again make slip stitches, only now we crochet only through the previous last row. Crochet only the last row to make slip stitches. This is how we grab the stitch. In this way we crochet until the beginning of the next row. This we do the sixth row. Let's finish this row and the next, and then I'll tell you what to next. How are we going to crochet? The 6th row is finished. In the 7th row, on the yellow side, belly, we do single crochets again. Single crochets on the belly are made. On the side of the shell, we make slip stitches in the usual way in the previous row. We don't need to crochet through all the previous rows, but only the last row. That is, we insert the hook into the previous row under the stitch and make a slip stitch. I show, we grab the stitch in the usual way through the previous row and crochet slip stitch. When I'm shooting a video, the toy is far away from me and I'm not very comfortable, so the process is slow. Your toy is located closer, so everything is visible and crocheting is easy. Everything works out. Now we are finishing the 7th row. In this way, we still need to make 3 rows. The 8th, 9th and 10th, all the same. From the side of the belly we make single crochets and from the side of the shell slip stitches. Here you can already see how the neck began to appear. You don't need to crochet several rows already. We crochet in the previous row. Belly, single crochets, shell, slip stitches. We make 3 rows on our own, the 8th, 9th and 10th. I finished doing the 10th row. From the side of the shell we crocheted several rows. This is how cute it looks. We will add filler to the neck later and it will keep its shape well. But now we need to make 1 more row of single crochets. From the side of the shell I won't do slip stitches anymore, but I'll just make single crochets. We can say that we can make half of the row along the neck. We can say that we can make half of the row along the neck. Here at the end I make a slip stitch and cut the thread. Leave the end of the thread long enough to sew on the head later. Of course, it will be possible to use a regular thread, but I will sew on this yellow thread until it deteriorates. At this stage, you can add filler to the neck and do the following. This is my second turtle I have made. In my first turtle, near the neck in the shell, I removed the filler and additionally sewed the neck to the shell. I sewed the neck to the shell along the place where the neck passes into the shell, that is, where the color changes. Pulled a little and sewed to create a special shape. Approximately skip 5 rows. I sew with a regular needle and thread. Perhaps this operation is superfluous, but I remember that in the first turtle I did this. But if this is done, then the neck will be directed more upwards and not forward. If we skip this operation, then the head will lie. But in my turtle, my imagination drew a head that was pointing up. Therefore, in this turtle, we also sew the neck to the shell with an ordinary needle and thread. Sew at the junction of colors from the inside of the neck and skip about 5 rows, sew the neck to the shell. As a result, the neck will look like this. Looks great when finished. I sewed it on with a regular needle and thread and have not even cut the thread yet. The thread is still needed to sew on the head. If the yellow thread goes bad, then I will use the white thread. The neck is sewn on. Here the neck just touches the shell, but is not sewn to it. Filler added to the neck. The toy already looks like a turtle. Next, let's make the head. The next part will be the last one. Crochet with pleasure and see you soon!